How did life evolve from unicellular to multicellular? From one to many, the magical journey from single cells to multicellular life is fascinating. Imagine Earth 3.5 billion years ago. There were no trees, no animals, no humans. It was just vast oceans, volcanoes, and a planet wrapped in thick clouds. And in those ancient oceans, tiny invisible specks floated in the water. These were unicellular organisms, single cell life like bacteria. Each cell was a self sufficient hero, eating, reproducing, surviving all on its own. There was no teamwork, no specialization, just one individual cell living its life, one tiny blob doing everything. But over time, something incredible began to happen, something that would forever change the destiny of life on Earth. Life went from unicellular to multicellular. The first step was teaming up, an accidental gathering. At first, it was simply convenience. Some cells started sticking together after dividing, maybe because of sticky proteins on their surface. Instead of separating completely, they formed little clusters. They assembled together. Did they know what they were doing? Definitely not. But it turned out to be useful. Together, they were harder to eat by predators. They could share nutrients more easily. They could survive better in changing environments. Evolution liked this. So, over millions of years, this sticking together stopped being random. It became a strategy. The next step was division of labor, which was a real breakthrough. Now imagine this. In a clump of 10 cells, what if one cell focused only on moving while another cell focused only on absorbing food? Suddenly, the group became more efficient than 10 independent cells. Each cell got a specialized function of its own. They started acting like a team, like a little city with different workers. This was the moment evolution opened up a new chapter, division of labor. Some cells specialized in movement, some in digestion, some of them in reproduction, some even became protective outer layers. Each cell started performing a different independent function and put together they became one multicellular organism. These specialized cells created a new kind of organism, the multicellular life form. The next step was communication and control. This was the nervous system's great great grandfather. Teamwork is not easy. These cell groups had to talk to each other. They started using chemical signals like little molecular messages, saying things like, you divide now, you stop moving, or you become a muscle cell. This kind of communication between the cells evolved into cellular coordination. This was the earliest form of a command system. Slowly, genes evolved that told cells when to become what. Cells started having rules like be skin if you're on the outside or be stomach if you're on the inside. This allowed organisms to build bodies with organs, tissues, layers, all from just one fertilized cell. So some of the cells started functioning as heart muscles or as cells of the heart. Some of them became stomach. Some of them became the brain. And step 4 was the Cambrian explosion, when life, multicellular life, exploded. Once multicellularity became stable, nature went wild. About 541 million years ago, during the Cambrian explosion, life exploded into forms we had never seen before. There were worms, jellyfish, trilobites, sponges, and even first tiny fish. All of them were multicellular life forms in water, with organized bodies, mouths, eyes, and movement. They developed a consciousness of their own. We don't know how that happened. but we know that individual cells came together, assembled to form one multicellular organism. The stick together experiment had become a revolution. These were multicellular organisms with different specialized tissues and organs. The legacy of the great cell team up is within you. Look in the mirror. You are made of 37 trillion cells. Each cell came from one single cell, a fertilized egg that multiplied and specialized into you. That is the miracle of multicellularity. You are not different. You have been assembled, literally. Every hair, every heartbeat, every breath made possible because ancient single cells, individual cells, decided millions of years ago to work together. Life's greatest collaboration. The jump from unicellular to multicellular life form wasn't planned. It was not guided by some master blueprint, but it happened through trial, error, accidents, and natural selection. And it turned tiny water blobs into whales, trees, eagles, bats, elephants, dinosaurs, and human beings, writing essays on evolution. The story of multicellularity is not just a scientific concept, it's a reminder that cooperation, patience, and unity can create wonders over time. Thank you so much for listening.